Have you ever wondered, though, what they look at to determine the amount of damage or the strength of damage, I suppose?
That's right. 5 News meteorologist Sabrina Bates breaks it down in this week's Science with Sabrina.
It's time for this week's Science with Sabrina, presented by Sylvan Learning.
Roaring thunder and howling winds are heard anytime a severe thunderstorm moves into town. After the storm passes, we look at the damage to see how lucky we were, or how unlucky we might have been. The National Weather Service will head out to damaged areas to survey what caused the destruction. They measure damage caused by a tornado using the Enhanced Fujita Scale, or EF scale for short. This used to be called the Fujita scale, but many problems arose when trying to evaluate areas. So it was converted into the EF scale. It better correlates wind speed and damage to certain structures. It's important to remember that the EF scale is a set of wind estimates based on damage. Numerous damage indicators are used by the National Weather Service to determine the ratings. There are 28 damage indicators. These include residencies, commercial structures, schools, professional buildings, metal buildings, poles, and vegetation. Each damage indicator has degrees of damage. The survey team matches the observed damage to the degree of damage and an estimated wind speed. When surveying an area, the pattern of damage, not how much, helps to determine if it was a tornado. The appearance looks chaotic, and trees cross over each other, showing different wind directions. Learning about science where you live, I'm 5 News meteorologist Sabrina Bates.
Seems like they've been able to refine the way they do that to make it a lot more quicker in determining a size of a tornado.
Yeah, they're looking at the structure. For instance, I know today they're looking at those metal buildings behind X and A. And you got, out of the 28 damage indicators, metal buildings is one of them. And there's different levels of the metal building. Is it losing half of it? Did the ridges fail? Did the whole building fail? And within that subcategory, there's something called lower bound, upper bound, and expected bound. So they got to, that's the subjective part, and that's what could make it something like an EF1 or an EF2 tornado if it's upper bound.
And they can see that just by looking at damage.
By looking at the damage. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you can download the EF toolkit. Noah gives it out for free, so if you want to look at it, I can tweet it out.
Might as well. A tornado is not confirmed and does not have a rating until the National Weather Service has officially surveyed the damage.